Please welcome, representing Switzerland, Belinda Bencic and Dominic Stricker. And please welcome, representing Italy, Sara, Errani and Andrea, Vavassori.
Well, welcome to what could be almost WWF wrestling or whatever it's called. Laura Robson alongside of me, Todd Woodbridge. Great introduction for the mixed doubles here at the United Cup between Switzerland and Italy. Italy, of course, have won the tie 2-0 by virtue of winning both of the singles, but it's still a very important point for Switzerland if they're able to get this, because they've won a match in this group, and there's that opportunity still to try to get through to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, you can see that with the fact that Bencic has come straight back out, along with Stricker as well, who of course played singles earlier tonight. I'm not sure the Vavassori has ever heard his name announced quite like that, but I think he liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
Team Italy, tough to beat in this sort of matchup though, looking at the credentials of both Vavassori and Sara Errani. They have so much experience down their end of the net, not so much in mixed doubles until recently, until 2024 US Open that they won together just a few months ago. So I'm sure they will be looking to continue that form and get the 3-zip win for their country.
Well, in terms of the mixed doubles, Belinda Bencic and Dominic Stricker, they got the job done at 1-1 in their opening match against France to win that tie. So they won their first match 2-1.
So please, after the coin toss, there's going to be a picture with our guest and then a picture just the players, okay? So we have the net machine, 25 seconds between points. For the towel, you can drop in the 4 boxes, but you also have someone in each corner that can bring the towel in the box. All right? Any questions? No? It's going to be your choice. So you have John Newcomb or AO? Newcomb. Here we go. In the air. Yeah.
Go. You can
Yeah,
do it.
you got
There
it.
we go.
Okay.
Always put it up there too.
Newcomb. Serve.
And John Newcomb's doing very well in winning the tosses so far in the early couple of days of this Australian summer. Of course, Laura celebrating 50 years since he won the Australian Open in 1974, so that coin will be used all through the summer.
I love this kid.
He's having a good time, isn't he? Do I have to leave? Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Nailed the coin toss. Yeah, many Australian legends that we'll see popping up over the next few weeks, you imagine, with a few of them heading over to Melbourne.
Well, the man that this stadium's named after, Ken Rosewell, he'll be here later in the week. He's coming down, and then he's got a full schedule of viewing. He told me, I had a good chat to him just recently. He's coming down for a few days here to Sydney, to the United Cup, then going back up to Brisbane to watch the Brisbane International, and then he'll be down for the second week of the AO. So he's just
busy man.
Busy man for his age, yeah. He loves the game. Belinda Bencic back out on court after a quick break.
After a quick singles, you have
quick
to say.
singles and a quick break. Somewhat, I guess, not surprisingly disappointing. I thought it would be a tougher encounter that she was going to have with Jasmine Paolini. It shows you how important match practice is, and she's obviously on the comeback trail in that respect.
I think it's just the weight of shot as well. Paolini plays faster than you would expect. We can't really compare her to someone like Sabalenka in terms of ball striking, but just the speed of footwork around the ball, how quickly it comes back onto your side of the net, just looked like it was a bit too much for Bencic tonight. But yeah, just great to see her back and already in good form, already a final a few weeks ago under her belt. So yeah, we'll be flying up the rankings, you would imagine.
Well, when you talk about experience and class on a doubles court, Sara Errani brings plenty of that. 31 career doubles titles to her name.
Doing pretty well in singles recently.
Well,
third round of the US Open.
And let's not forget the runner-up at the French Open too in singles. So a distinguished career for someone so diminutive. She's not tall in height, but she's big in stature in the game.
Yeah, you look at her Grand Slam doubles results. Win, 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 win. It's a lot of W's on her list. Vavassori, not quite so many, but he's got a huge amount of experience. Aussie Open final in 2024, French Open final in 2024, and then of course that mixed doubles win that they had together.
Well, he's in doubles is all about gelling. You often can't put the two same types of players together. You certainly don't have that here in the height department. He's a big man, and he's very. He brings a stature to his end of the court, and he will be able to dominate through that type of presence. Sara Errani, on the other hand, she brings it with her consistency, the tenaciousness, the ability to keep the ball in court. She doesn't often hit it that hard, but she knows where to place balls to set things up that he'll be able to do a lot of work at net with.
Oh, she's super frustrating to play against because you think you won the point and then there she is again. And in doubles, it's even more so because she just gets the return in such an awkward position, and the next ball, maybe she's going to lob you, and you just don't really know what you're going to get. So even though you feel like you can attack her second serve, there's not really much that you can do with it because, yeah, they just have such a great court awareness and seem to cover everywhere.
Dominic Stricker, on the other hand, is the youngest out on court. He hasn't been out on court a lot in the last 12 months due to a back injury, but he does have two doubles titles to his name, both of them in Gstaad in Switzerland. And one of those more recently in 2023 alongside one of the more famous Swiss players in Stan Wawrinka. But he's more of a natural doubles player, in fact, with the way that he plays. The lefty, he likes to come forward, he's very good around the net, and he'll be able to bring some good touch to the Swiss combination.
He was really impressive in the first match that they played together. Stricker and Bencic came out with a win, and he's just got so many weapons that can help them out with the lefty swinger out wide, get the serve moving, and then it's an easy put away volley. But he was definitely comfortable throwing in a serve and volley, return and volley, just getting himself really active at the net.
We just saw both of the captains, Sandra Ney for Switzerland and Renzo Furlan for Italy. Damien Dumassoir is in the chair for this mixed doubles here. This is Group D in Sydney.
Team Switzerland won the toss and chose to serve.
On what is a very nice evening here in Sydney. A nice 22 degrees. Humidity gone up since earlier today at 68. It was 24 earlier this afternoon for the day session. So very important mixed doubles encounter to come in terms of keeping yourself in the group, because in the quarterfinals here you will have the winners of all the groups, the three groups in Sydney, the three in Perth, and then the two best percentages will then fill out the last eight. So that's what you could be playing for here. If Italy were to go and win both matches, they will take on France in the next one. But Dominic Stricker to start things off.
Well, she's missed the last forehand, but the perfect example of what Sara Errani can do so well on a doubles court. Slow things down. Return lob straight away. And just gives you no pace to work with.
Well, you and I both played quite a bit of mix. You had some success, and I had a little bit myself. And
a little bit more.
Well, but where I was going with that is, I didn't want you to say that. I wasn't setting that up, but it was more of when you're out on court and you're the woman in the partnership. We all both have roles to play. And how did you feel when you were out there, and particularly when you're coming up against the different male player? What was your psychology about having to deal with that?
Oh, I really liked a target as a returner. So if I just knew ahead of my returning point where I wanted to go with it, you know, if it's a massive serve, it's a massive serve and you get aced. But if you're able to connect with it and then straight away put the pressure on and just help your partner out, I think that's mostly what mixed is about, just setting each other up all the time.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? I think from the male perspective, it's obviously you feel like you have to dominate, but you need to be careful that you don't overplay. Well, some good reflexes early on from Vavassori.
14.
Well, let's get the speed gun on that forehand. That was a bullet.
Look at that charge of maybe a lob would have been handed there, because it was. That's the exciting part of any doubles. So mixed doubles deciding point.
Deciding points.
And so male to male in this situation, and then woman to woman. And an early breaker serve to Team Italy. Well, to come out of the blocks that sharp, this is how you have to do it, Laura. This is the warm-up that we saw Vavassori doing in the break. Now,
we were trying to figure out what was going on here.
Well, it's got to be something to do with eyes and reflexes and following the ball, and then he would go straight into deep, like lunge work, and then this is your reflexes. This is picking the ball up with the peripheral vision and not knowing where it's going to come off that wall, that little. I guess it's like
it was a very thorough warm-up.
What would you call that device there? That's a little rubber ball that can bounce off in any direction, so you have to be ready to catch it. But yeah, he came out of the blocks very well there.
They've just got so much energy. That's another thing Errani does really, really well. You see it a lot when she plays with Paolini, how active she is straight after the point, running back to her partner, picking each other up all the time.
You mentioned liking a target. Bencic very similar in that respect on the return. One of the interesting things when you're serving as a male to the females is it sometimes they like the pace. Oh, nice indeed. And it's the spin that the men can get that often troubles the females a little more.
Well, the kick coming over your shoulder is probably the toughest one, whereas a pacey serve coming onto your racket, it's quite nice because you don't have time to think about it. It's redirected pace. You more often than not can feel like you can go line with it.
15.
And I think in mix, you have to go line a few times early on.
Oh, absolutely, in any doubles. The one thing in doubles, so be prepared for that ball to come back, and Errani in great position here. She knows that one's there. She's looking for the next, good footwork.
14.
Lob's a good choice, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so over Errani. And particularly, she's very close. Look how tight she is to the net there. So it doesn't have to be so good, but nicely placed. And we have another deciding point. So break point and game point.
They're so clutch when it matters. Team Italy.
Team Italy leads 2 games to none.
There wasn't much discussion between the points as well. They knew exactly what sort of point they wanted to play. Keep it simple, I formation, serve T.
Fantastic return. Struggled with the serve a little in the singles at Bencic today. Just wonder how she pulled up too after day one with a good singles win and coming out after mixed. And when you haven't played many matches, no matter how much practice you've done, you end up sore. It's just inevitable. Quality love again. Remembering that she gave birth to Bella, her daughter, in April.
Yeah, Bencic has probably got about 6 weeks of matches under her belt because she played at her first tournament back in October, towards the end of October, and then played that week. The next week she had to retire, so clearly the body was feeling a bit rough. And when I spoke to her throughout the week, she's just been saying, yes, it still hurts, but it's manageable now. It's not feeling as deathly sore as it was a few weeks ago. And so it just comes back, and that's her fiance there. Also fitness trainer. But just the tournament that she made the final in earlier this month, actually played 5 matches in a row.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good indicator that she's...
And that's what you need, isn't it?
Yeah, feeling good.
Good combination, Italy covering each other well, and a little too cute from Dominic Stricker. So it's a double break early on in this first set to Team Italy. 3-love.
Josh Eager, what do you make of that? Good start, isn't it?
I've been relaxing, listening to some excellent commentary. I love mixed doubles. I love it so much I married my partner. But I've got to say, it's a good start, isn't it? They look confident, the Italians. Their whole team unity all afternoon's been fantastic from the bench. They're playing with so much confidence, aren't they? Winning both the Billie Jean King Cup and the Davis Cup at the back end of the year. They've got so many wonderful players to choose from, and Italian tennis is certainly on the up, and this is a great start. And I think you're right, guys. It does matter. The mixed doubles certainly matters. Every single point matters. So they have to win this, and they're keen with a 3-love lead like this.
Must have been that magnificent victory you had at the Australian Open that secured that love match for you and Barbara.
Over Todd Woodbridge and Renee Stubbs.
I think that was it.
Yeah. I tell you what, Stubbsy was not happy.
No, that's when I had to remind her that, yeah, you're not going to beat Josh. You've got to play Babsy.
I actually played a bit with Stubbsy in my time, and she was the only female partner that I played with who always thought she could beat the guy at everything. God bless her. We love Stubbsy.
So Sara Errani to serve for the first time here, and this is going to be the test for Italy in holding this service game. If you hold this serve, then you're well on your way. This is where Vavassori really has to earn his money at net. She just does not bring a lot of speed to the serve, and that's just been her entire career, isn't it? So
it doesn't change the outcome,
right,
does it? Whereas in singles, yes, it does, because you can only cover so much ground on the +1 shot, and she just gets torn apart at times with the return. But she just recovers so well, and even huge matches where she can't hit the overhead one. She's got to go underarm, and it will be 10-8 in the breakup, but it holds firm, and she just goes underarm serve. It's wild. It shouldn't work, but it does.
There's the craft right there. That's exactly what you're talking about. She nullifies what was a good return with just a little soft rolling ball down at the feet of Dominic coming in here. Look, that's very clever. And then just watch the racket work here.
Yeah.
Knows exactly where to put it.
That is the toughest spot that she could have chosen. And it's not an easy shot to play, but she just does it so consistently. Vavassori is unbelievably close to the net.
Yeah.
14-13.
I think a lot of the returners, when they're returning the Errani serve, they're not used to returning a serve that actually comes through that slow, where they've got to create their own pace.
I think too, you get options, Josh. Don't you think, well, where do I go? And you end up not making a clear decision sometimes.
Panic.
Interesting, isn't it? I mean, clearly the Italians well on top at 3-love, but 3 out of the 4 games have now gone to the deciding point.
Oh, well done.
And finally one for Switzerland to get on the board.
Team Italy leads 3-1.
Yeah, you just sense Bencic was getting a little fed up with what was going on out here and just steps it in and just crunches it and shows her class. She played very well, Laura, yesterday, didn't she, in the mixed double? She was very much the leader in that win, I thought.
Yeah, especially with the returning. The fact that she is so good when picking a target and just commits to the line. And because Errani and Vavassori are just playing that traditional sort of I formation doubles, almost makes it easier for someone like her. Dominic Stricker, after the last match, said he felt the pressure because Belinda's played with Roger Federer, so he had a lot to live up to.
Imagine how Belinda felt, though. for Stricker, and they're back in it somewhat. Still down a break, but 3-2 first set for Team Italy.
Team Italy leads 3 games to 2.
Well, we're in the magnificent city of Sydney, and it all revolves around the harbour. That's the Botanical Gardens right there. The oldest botanic gardens in Australia. Over 7,500 species of plants. It sits right on the edge of the harbour in the CBD.
Rose garden's nice in there.
It's great for a walk. Beautiful part. And I mean,
coffee.
Yeah, coffee. I mean, it's right near Circular Quay, the ferries which you can take to all points of the harbour. Sensational way to get around. In fact, I did it recently, been up for a few weekends leading into the summer, and took the ferry from Circular Quay to Watson's Bay, so you go almost towards the heads. Had a lovely lunch at Doyle's. Wonderful fish and chips, very famous spot. And
Very British of you.
Take the ferry back, yeah, it's fantastic.
That's on my list.
Though they don't serve mushy peas there.
No.
Hey, they might. I wasn't looking for
They
that.
should. No one should eat that stuff.
So Vavassori coming out to serve, Andrea. If he hits his spots well, it's very difficult to break. His speed always around the 200k mark, and he's got more in the tank. I think he could get it speedier than that. You don't necessarily need that in doubles, though. You need to get the accuracy and the percentage up.
Would you rather your partner have served 14 aces a match or kept an 85% first serve percentage?
Well,
14.
I played with some different servers. For example, I played a lot of Davis Cup matches with Wayne Arthurs, who had one of the best serves in the world. So he used to serve that many and keep his accuracy up.
So the answer is both.
So that, but then obviously I played with Mark Woodford, who didn't have the biggest of serves, so relied on percentages, and Jonas Bjorkman. But Jonas could serve big, but when he went off percentage-wise, it was a struggle to hold serve. So I'd rather him have served 85.
Leads 4 games to 2.
It certainly depends on the server.
Vavassori's served a good game there. Let's all try and be like Wayne Arthurs.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I tell you what, it was good being in the net when you're playing with Wayne.
You're just walking side to side.
Wasn't good as a return. It was boring. Those balls would fly past your ears.
Great skills from Bencic there. Good ball striking, and the skills come. The drive volley she plays here. This is not an easy shot. Watch this here. This is great racket head control.
And because she's so natural at playing off the outside leg, she made that look really simple. And actually, that's a complicated position she could have found herself in.
And there's the difference in percentage of first serve, right? And compared to the first service game where she missed a few and automatically was in trouble now. When she's made it into a good target with a nice bit of speed, it's been a much easier hold here. Pushes it wide, bit of a giggle because they know they're in trouble. They're both going the same direction, but it's a hold to serve, and it is Team Italy still with the break here at 4-3 in the opening set.
They're all having fun out there. Seems like there's about 6 coaches on that bench right now.
Well, we're listening in to what was going on the team bench. Now it's John Denver at Country Road.
Stricker was joining in with a bit of that.
Well, it's crowd karaoke going on, so if you can want to get yourself on the big screen here, do your best lip sync and you're home and hosed. Come on, Josh.
Yep.
Give us a
Don't
couple of
expect me
bars.
to join in just yet. It's a bit early. Need a few drinks under the belt. Big game though for the Italians here. They would feel if they could just get a hold on the board here. That's probably the first set. So they'd be understanding the importance of that, serving with new balls.
Such an important point for Italy here. I think for Errani to hold serve in mixed, it's almost like securing a break. That's how I'd look at it. This would be the game I would be expecting to break serve if I was Team Switzerland, and be disappointed if I didn't.
Even with how active Vavassori is?
Yeah, absolutely, because you know you're going to get a chance on the return. You're going to get your racket on it, and you've certainly got the play. We've discussed, the reasons it's hard. But that's where
you've got to go.
Exactly.
Straight line. Chances are Vavassori is going to cross at the net.
He's got to be looking towards the middle.
Yeah, it's unlikely that he holds on that juice side there.
And even the case here for Belinda, I mean, she likes the backhand. She gives herself room. That's the place to serve, I think, to her. That's where she'll give you an error occasionally, but off the backhand side, she can just lean and rip down the line much easier. That's where she won that pivotal point, the deciding point last time on Errani's serve.
But straight away, Italians change it up. They go away from the I formation so that Vavassori holds that position at the net and can't get passed down the line.
Kind of like that play better for them, to be honest with you, because
on her serve,
because that's where Sara's got that ability just to flick the ball back cross court. She can take the pace off it, and Bencic is not as active and not as good at moving across the net.
That's so crafty, isn't it?
Yeah, excellent, isn't it? It's Crafty is a very good word, Josh, to describe the way she sees the points and plays them.
Great imagination to actually, yeah, she's very good at hitting the shot and then moving to the next, where the ball's coming back. A little bit of a headbutt here. I'm just not so sure how you would describe biomechanically the service motion of Sara Errani. It's quite extraordinary.
More of a bowl.
Yeah.
In cricket, you have to keep that arm straight. And that's sort of how she bowls it over and in, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's unreal. Unreal to watch, and the fact that she can manage it.
Close.
It's a good second serve, isn't it? Took a bit of pace off, but see the way it cut and really kept sliding away from Vavassori. Can only catch at the top of his racket, not a clean strike. Craftiness again, Josh, with that wonderful lob from Errani.
Yeah, there's one thing having the court craft, but the execution of it, like these are difficult shots to play. And great disguise here. Just holds it, rips it at the last second, and again, look at the accuracy on the line. It's phenomenal.
And this is good mix from Vavassori.
Yeah, very good. I have to say, though, having watched a lot of Errani's women's doubles this year, she's doing that time and time again.
Oh, she couldn't quite get into that. So this is going to be tight. Switzerland hold, and when we come back, it'll be Team Italy serving for the opening set at 5-4.
Especially watching Errani's matches at the Olympics with Parolini on a slower court because it was clay. She just did it time and time again. And people didn't know what to do. You just feel a bit lost out there.
I really admire her fortitude because, you know, you're going to get broken a lot, and the service motion is broken down as her career has progressed, but her ability to manage it's phenomenal.
Conversation with Belinda's coach Ian Hughes there. I like that there's a conversation in German happening between Stricker and his coach D.B. Kindelman, and then one in English happening simultaneously. Maybe they want to blend that into one.
Well, that's sort of Switzerland anyway,
yeah.
In a sense, isn't it? It's multilingual from border to border, whether it's
Surely
Swiss, German, a bit of Italian sneaks
thing,
in. You would think so, yeah. Yeah, as a combination, it'd be good to have to deliver it that way. But anyway, it's Vavassori serving for the first set and gets that opening point.
30-11.
Vavassori trying to be two places at once.
30-15.
Errani probably should have left him the lob. For obvious reasons when you look at the height difference.
He's been serving well though. Mixing it up very well, and that's what's troubling Stricker. So 2 set points for Team Italy. And he cleans it up with an ace. So a very entertaining set. Italy got off to a quick start. Switzerland got themselves back in it, but not able.
Out of the gates a little quicker in this second set, because you're right, they were absolutely in that first set.
Oh, gee, that's a good move. Look at the way that he kind of fakes and then gets the body weight going forward.
But how close he is. You end up barely having to even touch the volley. You just need it to drop over.
I'm sure you guys have watched Dominic Stricker play a lot of matches, and you'd think if you're his coach, if you're Dieter Kindelman, you'd want him serving and volleying in mixed doubles. Like in an opportunity like this to try and work on that part of his game. He can do it. He's got the ability to do it. He hasn't served volleyed at all in this mixed.
Yeah, he didn't in the last match either, did he, Josh?
No, I'd just like to see him use this as an opportunity to get better. His ranking, we know it's dropped to 300 due to an injury, but this is a perfect opportunity to get some live pressure, some matches, and work on how he does want to play in singles.
Well, early troubles. 2 break points, but you could call it 3 because if it gets back to juice, it is the deciding point.
Do you think they should write 3 break points there in the graphic, Todd?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've often wondered that myself.
One saved.
Great serve. That's probably the one that you'd want to see him come forward off as soon as the returner opens the racket face.
Oh, he overplays And that's nasty for Switzerland because Team Italy, you get the early break again on Stricker's serve. So they've certainly not played the deciding points well. That's if you're Switzerland. Italy, on the other side, can say they're clutch in that department. And that's, I think, a bit of experience from Stricker there too, because, you know, that ball could be played in and around Errani to set things up, and he's gone really hard back at Vavassori. You don't, I think I made that statement, as the male, you've got to be aware of not overplaying.
Yeah.
Particularly when you get behind, you try to do too much and be too big and be too important, and it just does not work in mixed doubles.
Yeah, if he dips that one at her feet, she's got to play the volley, or if she lets it drop, it has to come up, doesn't it?
And that brings Belinda into play, and we know she's very good at the sweeping drive volleys. So you've got to play to set your partner up in doubles. That's a point that you made earlier, Laura. Good combinations do that. Your goal as a doubles player is to make your partner look good, not yourself. Cherry picking at net for Sara Errani off the serve of Vavassori.
Too simple.
I bet she should be thinking, geez, I wish Jasmine could serve like that in the ladies' doubles.
What do you think Jasmine's thinking?
Yeah, I know.
Love the game to hold and consolidate the break. So Italy well on top here, having taken both of the singles against Switzerland. Looking to make it a clean sweep here tonight. Josh, I like Vavassori's returns too. I mean, that was a controlled return. He doesn't overplay, like I mentioned a lot. He's got plenty more that he can go after a ball.
Yeah, he's a great returner for a single-hander as well.
Yeah, exactly, because in this day and age, in any actually, a single-hander off that backhand side can often struggle to get that ball back cross court well. You hit the ball late.
I think so many of them default to the chip the entire time, when actually they've got more time than they think and they can hit through it.
Yeah, roll through it. Well, as we saw in the first set, this is getting away quickly, the opening 3 games for Switzerland. More break points. gives it up with the double, and Italy are flying now. They've got the opening set and have raced to a 3-love double break lead in the second. Well, I mentioned taking the ferry when you come to Sydney, Laura, and one of the stops from Circular Quay, right in the CBD. You can head straight to Taronga Zoo, which is absolutely magnificent. There is so much to see there, and I tell you what, the animals in the zoo, they have one of the best views in the world. The prime real estate looking back at the CBD.
Yeah,
There's that view right there.
why am I blanking on the name of that bird? It's a cockatoo, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that was black, wasn't it? That was a black cockatoo. There's a sulphur crested, there's galahs, there's all sorts. And that's the bird's eye view. Looking down upon Ken Rosewell Arena, now looking back up into the lattice work that holds the awning together here. Open at the sides, so they do have some shade that can come down the afternoon to block that sun, and also if weather conditions get nasty and rain could start to come in. But ultimately, no air conditioning, just a natural covered roof. Can get quite steamy down courtside, Josh, with a full house on a balmy evening.
Oh, it certainly does. It's warm. It's typically a humid city, I find, Sydney, and under the roof. I just want to see an underarm serve from Errani. That's what I want to see.
Today's not the day, Josh.
Not a big enough match.
Well, the scoreline's not close enough.
So you need to explain, Laura, what you mean by not close enough and when she's been using it.
Oh, I think back to when I was in Riyadh and they were playing a women's doubles, Errani and Paolini. Great return. It was 6-all in the third set tiebreak. And she actually double faulted the underarm serve.
And that's in the championships, like the top teams, or all the best teams are there, so.
Yeah,
big match.
So
Huge match.
it's more of a nerve thing. And so 6-4 3-love. I don't think today's the day.
You never know.
Sometimes these serves are harder than you think to deal with, though, because they've got nothing on them and you almost feel like you've got too much time, and then you try and overplay and you don't know whether to let it drop even more or try and get up way inside the baseline.
And then you take your eye off the ball, right, and look at the net man. Oh, that's great timing on the intercept.
Haven't they combined well? A really strong understanding of how to cover up and how to work together as a team unit.
It's surprising that they haven't really partnered up before, because you look at Errani's previous Grand Slam mixed doubles results. There's a Wimbledon first round loss, and that's it. She hasn't really played any.
Perfection.
Dipping away.
Good timing on that intercept, this time from Bencic. So here we are, a deciding point. Almost, I would call this like a match point for Switzerland. They've got to win this one.
Bencic ripped that backhand on the last deciding point in the opening set. I wonder if she'll go hard down the line again.
Oh, again. The lob has been the MVP. It's great craft, though, from them, because they're thinking the same thing as you, Josh.
Oh,
Bencic is going to go for the line return, and Errani's got it covered. They just put themselves in great positions.
Should be a great chess player. Sara, only patient, one step ahead all the time.
Duck. That one could have done damage. Jasmine Paolini acknowledging her doubles partner. And that was another well-timed intercept and good racket work on that. Overplays it, and finally in the second set, Team Switzerland are on the board, but it is Team Italy well and truly in charge. Upper set and 4-1. Vavassori serving. He's played his part beautifully for Team Italy here this evening. Primarily because of his serving, which has been outstanding.
Yeah, first serve percentage, 88% for the Italians. Crowd want a bit more of this.
30-15.
As that difference when the first serve goes in, talk about how well he served. His 6 aces for the Italian duo, as we've spoken about. Sara hasn't served one yet.
What, this last decade?
We shouldn't laugh, but I don't think she would mind us having a giggle at that.
We'll get Petch and Jim Courier, they love their stats. They'll see how many aces she's actually hit.
Interesting point here for me, because takes the pace off the return here, makes Vavassori have to come up with a better volley of his own, and he actually doesn't and isn't able to. That gives Bencic the chance to put that one away. So another bit of a lesson for doubles as well. You don't have to take on full ball with power, but a deciding point. The Italians have done these well, and they continue to do so. 7th ace for Vavassori.
The entire team, Italy, is just playing with so much confidence.
Yeah.
Started with the...
Yeah, but I like how, you know, it's a certain 4-1, but every point counts for them. They haven't let the intensity slip at all, and it's the same from the team bench. It's high energy.
Yeah, Flavio Caboli started the day so well. Got off to a quick start against Dominic, and of course, Jasmine Paolini was super impressive. They'll take some beating, that's for sure. Team Italy, if they keep this form up.
Most definitely.
Josh, I've got an answer for you.
Have you?
Year to date, I'm assuming this is singles.
Yeah.
Year to date, Errani, 2024, she served 2 aces.
Wow. Must have been a bad bounce. No, in all seriousness, she's a wonderful player, isn't she, Errani?
What a career.
Yeah. Won the Golden Slam in doubles. One of only 7 players, I think, that's done it. Todd, you would probably know.
Not 100% sure.
Thought I was going to see frantically searching your laptop, Todd.
Brian's, Woody's.
Well, there's 5 that we know of.
Oh, what a point!
So Gigi Fernandez.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
39.
It was a great move there. A good feel from Errani again.
Oh, yes. Great stuff. Entertaining.
This has been a really fun mixed doubles.
Certainly has. You love it because of their variety. That's what I'm enjoying. The rolling balls in front of players, the lobs that Errani has been able to control. Bencic played her part with some nice drive volleys coming forward, not scared of the net at all.
We saw a few of those in her singles match, just decelerating as she extends up into the contact point.
So there's been 6 deciding points. This is the 7th of the match, and 5 have gone the way of Italy. So now it is a game point or match point for Italy.
Oh, it was a miss hit, wasn't it?
He made it. Switzerland hanging in by the skin of their teeth. And Italy, when we return, will be serving for the match at 5-2. So it is Team Switzerland out of the bench area first, making their way down to see if they can hang in here. It'll be Sara Errani to serve for the match for Italy. They've won both of the singles here this evening in fine fashion. And a 3-love victory would almost think would seal them the opportunity to get through to the quarterfinal and win this group. They still have to take on France. That's in their next match, but they'd be heavy favourites going into that. So Errani serving for it.
50 left.
What he does really well, Vavassori, he actually starts back a little bit. Even though he gets so close, you can see there he's about 2 meters behind. Now watch his move here. He goes forward and across to cut those angles off quickly. Really good technique at the way he intercepts. So many of the players in doubles today get close from the very beginning.
They start close and they stay close.
And that makes it too hard to actually read the cross. Good there, and he'll, from that position, will then read the play and come forward.
Too good.
14-15.
Well, great anticipation from Vavassori. Couldn't help on the cross, but leaves enough space and then closes that gap down the line. And Team Italy with 2 match points.
Vavassori won in the glory.
14-13.
Just went a smidge too early.
Deciding points.
That delivery struggling to get to 100 kilometres an hour there. 2 match points, in fact 3 saved by Switzerland. This is a 4th and another deciding point. And it's saved again by Switzerland.
Team Switzerland.
It'll be a comeback.
Team Italy leads 5 against 3.
So, Stricker serving to stay in it now.
Well, all of a sudden, things get interesting.
Sara Errani. Should have liked to have done that on a match point a moment ago, but gee, that was some good hands. How about this little half volley?
Yep, toying with him. Absolutely toying with Dominic out here.
might not be able to serve out of the match, but she might be able to break for it. And on Stricker serve, no less. On the line. Both of them had a racket on that.
Do anything with that. Look at this Stricker's reaction. How'd you get the first one back, he said? You're not supposed to do that.
Right to get that volley in.
Look at this. Great reflexes and defense. She doesn't flinch at all, which is what great doubles players do. They never back off. Switzerland coming up with the goods in the back end of this set on the pressure points too now. They sort of, it's had the same pattern of play as the first set. Now, Josh, that's the weird thing for me. I can relate, actually. The overhead goes up, and Sara Errani says, no, I'll take that, and puts it away, but then can't put a serve in play.
Yeah, some of the best people with the best overheads in the game have got an average serve. And I know you're talking about yourself, but yeah, it's weird.
Well, it's put up another game point / match point. Oh, yes. Great stuff from both ends of the court. And it's tightened right up. Switzerland hanging in. They're going to have to break Vavassori, though, coming up next, if they're going to get this one even. It's 5-4, Team Italy.
Team Switzerland and the bench are starting to enjoy this challenge.
Well, it's great tennis.
Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah. Everybody's coming up with sensational plays.
I mean, that last dipper of a forehand was an incredible shot.
Well, this slice
that
backhand
was a great shot. That was a fantastic slice backhand, but that's not an easy shot to play from below the net.
And get round the outside of it.
Get it high enough and then dropping straight away. Errani somehow manages to stay out of the way.
She's shepherding and throwing everything in there. That'd be good rugby league move right there, Josh.
Oh, yeah. It's tight. He served so well, though. Vavassori all night. You've got to back him in from here, but things certainly have tightened up.
Well, we'll see if there's any tension or not. He's had a very good first serve percentage. When things get a little tighter, that's usually the thing that is harder to keep up. But the first point here, crucial for Italy, as it is for Switzerland. Serving for the match once again. And the cherry picker goes to work again.
Just relentless 1-2 combinations with the I formation.
Well, he did well on his first volley.
Yeah.
That was the tough one. This one was not so difficult. Doesn't follow through at all with the back, with the volley. He just stops on it and loses control. There is the missed first serve. So big opportunity for Switzerland. Belinda Bencic here.
Could she have gone line with that backhand? I think it's harder to control it and get it back cross court when it's jumping onto you with that much kick. You're almost better coming on over the top of the ball.
Yeah, you can see there the spin plays against her, doesn't it? We're spinning away.
Whereas if you go line with that shot, it's going with that same direction.
First.
Overplayed.
Yeah, overplayed, but gee, Errani is so good at holding her ground. Doesn't back away at all. A lot of women in that situation would be backpedaling. That's why she's so good there. A lot of men too, I should say that, but to be fair. So Italy with 2 more match points. It's Italy with the clean sweep.
2 sets to love, 6-4, 6-4.
Good celebration on them as well.
Yes, I haven't seen that before. And that was a very entertaining mixed doubles in Italy. Take the tie. 3-love. And the combination of the giant of Vavassori and the miniature Errani, too good against Bencic and Stricker. But they were tested.
Yeah, they did that celebration when they won US Open, so a sign of good things to come, maybe, at the Oz Open for Vavassori and Errani. They were just clinical on the big points, weren't they? The deciding points won them this match.
Well, both sets got off to that double break, which was so important. We always had said Errani's the one that's going to struggle on serve. If she can get one hold a set, you're in good shape with the way that they both return and set things up. But that was fun to watch. Jasmine Paolini, who did her job well today in the singles against Belinda Bencic, has gone in for the hug and wish she didn't because they're wet and sweaty.
Well, you've got to give so much credit to Errani's ability out there on the doubles court. The lobs, the variety. And then Vavassori's there to bring the heat.
I wonder what that is called. It's almost like the Maori, it's the nose kiss, if you know what I mean. And
yeah.
I've not seen the forehead one like this before.
Well, clearly they have that chemistry that you need from a partnership, and won a slam already, so you imagine that there's a lot more to come from them.
Well, Team Italy, as they've done in team competitions over this last few years, dominating here tonight, the Billie Jean King Cup champions as well as the Davis Cup champions. I'm sure they'd like to add the United Cup. Bit of work to do before that, but Josh Eagle is with the winners.
Yeah, congratulations, Team Italy. That was an awesome match, an awesome display. I want to start with you. When you look at your record in mixed doubles, before you teamed up at the US Open, you hadn't had great success in mixed doubles, but
what we saw tonight, that was simply brilliant.
Yeah, never played, but basically never the mixed double before him. So we are enjoying a lot. Of course, playing with Andrea is amazing. We have so good energy. So we're happy to win this match today.
You guys combined brilliantly together. You manage your games. I thought your movement and your service tonight was brilliant.
Yeah, no, I think it was an amazing match for us. At the end, it was tough. they did amazing points to come back, but very happy to win also for the Italian team. And I think with Sara is amazing because we both like to talk, to speak about the tactics. So we try to see the game and to develop the game together. So it was very nice and fun for me.
You can see the Italian passion, the way you celebrate. It's a great combination, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very nice. We are enjoying, so we're happy to play, and we try to do our best also for the next days.
Hard not to enjoy it with how strong Italian tennis is. You're winning absolutely everything. It's a real nice spot that Italian tennis is in at the moment.
Yeah, I think the end of the year was a dream come true for everybody because winning the Billie Jean King Cup, the Davis Cup, it's unbelievable. But it's nice also to have women and men together here in United Cup. I think it's a brilliant event to start the year. We are having a lot of fun. We have a great relationship out of the court, so it's good also to be in Christmas and New Year's Eve with the team. And hopefully we will come back stronger in 2 days.
Great to watch. Go celebrate in style. Well done, Team Italy.
And you do get that feeling with them. They have, as a tennis nation, become a team. And that old adage of using the momentum of each other to garner success seems to be really coming to the fore.
Yeah, they just still support each other so well. Of course, it's easy when you're winning absolutely everything, but you know, the Davis Cup team was supporting the Billie Jean King Cup team and vice versa. And tonight, the first serve percentage dropped towards the end of the match, but they were just clutch on those break points. 4 out of 8, they could have converted even more, and then just winning a few more service games as well. So keeping the unforced error count low, that always helps too, but Team Switzerland were very much in it till the very end of that match. So really fun one of those great live, well not live, but every match counts, doesn't it?
Well, that's still live because if Switzerland were able to get a point there,
yeah, that's why they put their best team forward.
Yeah, that was the crucial part to maybe help them sneak into a quarter-final. Still going to have to see how they perform with that.